like a chicken salad, you better get you one of these. We go dum 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 dum. I've been wanting to make this video for a minute, and here we are, period. Hey YouTube, it's me, Kristianna. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to When Is Out Pink. Hello. All right, so if you've been around, okay, you already know I always say that me and blue eyeshadow, we go together real bad. We go together real bad, period. I've always been a girly who has a strong appreciation for blue eyeshadow. I've never been afraid of it, and it wasn't until I was a little bit older when I realized that there are people who are afraid of blue eyeshadow. And so I wanted to like create a guide, Kristianna's guide to rocking blue eyeshadow like a pro, period. And that's what this video is gonna be. So we just gonna get on into it because we ain't got all day. Now I'm not even gonna sit here and play in your face, okay, like I'm hella studied on my color wheel, like I need to be, and like I should be, and like I used to be. When you're in beauty school, they like basically you live by the color wheel, especially when it comes to like coloring hair. More than anything else, like you live by the color wheel, okay? But there are some things that have always stayed with me and translate heavily into makeup. If you know, you know, you don't learn a lot about makeup in beauty school. Okay, so the color wheel, right? There's a lot of people who feel like you should really dig into what colors go with your skin tone, whether you are more of a cool tone person or if you're more of a warm tone person. Forget all that, okay? I don't like it. I don't like that. I think sometimes the color wheel does matter, especially when you're talking about mixing colors or the layers in which you apply colors. That stuff does matter, okay? However, I just feel like color is meant to be fun. Eyeshadow makeup is meant to be fun, and there's always some kind of way you can finesse a color that may not have been for you or may not have even been created for you, right? There are some brands out there that don't carry strong shade ranges. Some of that is intentional in 2024. Like if you're in 2024 and you're not carrying certain kinds of shades, it's probably intentional and we should pay attention to that. That's another chat for another day, okay? However, I think that we should always be trying to figure out how to have fun with makeup. So we're gonna skip past this whole like, if your skin is this or that, then you should wear these colors. I'm gonna teach you how to finesse whether or not it's a cool tone blue or a warmer tone blue. And yes, when you're talking about specific shades of colors, we can say that there are some that are cooler or warmer, despite the fact that if you think about the color blue, you're probably thinking cool. You're usually thinking cool. Stay with me, stay with me. Colors like teal or navy could actually be considered warm and also just like work beautifully with actually warm colors. Browns, mauves, reds, burgundies, and these are usually colors that we naturally sit in our creases, right? Like today I didn't do a crease, I just put some color on, and you can also just wear it as is like this, right? But I would say that if you're someone who's a little bit nervous, a little bit afraid, okay, of blue eyeshadow, toning things down with a little bit of a brown crease, that might be your friend. That might be your friend, okay? Things get a little bit tricky when we're talking about cooler tone blues, the ones that lean a little towards a silver, those that give pastel, baby blue vibes. Those get a little bit more tricky, okay? Because I would not recommend that you use a like brown or super warm color, right, to be able to wear those. A lot of times those work alone, okay? They are the star of the show. They work alone. So maybe less is more if you're a little bit nervous about using it. I would never tell you to shy away from any color. It's just about how you apply. So maybe in this case, we would apply it in the corners of our eyes, in the tear duct area. Maybe we would apply a little blue down bottom on, you know, maybe you do like a little neutral eye up top and a little bit of baby blue on the bottom. How fun is that? Now let's be for real, you know, these like icier tone colors do really complement lighter skin. However, that has never stopped me. That has never stopped me. Let's talk a little bit about priming and prepping for a blue eyeshadow look. So I know the girls be fighting over whether or not it's okay to use a concealer as a primer for your eyeshadows, point blank period. I am a concealer girly. I also understand that a lot of girls want to buy a primer specifically for the eyes, and I'm not against that either. I just don't do it.
Proceed with caution.
But you gonna need something, okay? That's the point here. You gonna need something underneath that blue eyeshadow. At least if you want it to stay on your face and you want it to look vibrant and you want it to like really, you know, you turning a look. You breaking out blue eyeshadow, you want it to really look like something. You want to have some kind of base, right? And so I would say that like a neutral kind of color concealer or a primer is probably your best friend. But if you're really trying to go va va voom, I would suggest, and maybe I have something here. Let me see. Okay, so I don't have the exact color I'm thinking of on hand, right? But like I like to get some of these fat marker these are not markers, these fat eye pencils, right? Stuff like this. Like here's a black. Actually putting a black underneath a blue eyeshadow would be really gorgeous. If you're working with a lighter color, maybe you would put a white under something like that. Or if you actually can get your hands on an actual like blue eyeliner, go for it. But you want to have something for it to kind of stick to, even when your blue eyeshadow is one that is really pigmented, because I work with a lot of really pigmented eyeshadows, but I just find that they really hit, okay, especially if you're dark skinned. I'm dark skinned. They really hit if you use a primer, some sort of underneath item. Not to mention, I find that it just lasts longer. I don't know. I mean, that's the point of a real primer, is to make the makeup last longer. But even when I use pencils, the color lasts longer and it stays vibrant longer.
This greatness you witnessing.
All right, now, if you a girly that really don't know what you're doing when it comes to wearing blue eyeshadow, like a chicken salad, like a chicken salad, you better get you one of these. A blending brush is gonna be your damn best friend, okay? You can't go wrong. You probably could go wrong, but you can at least try to not go wrong, okay? With a nice blending brush, especially if you're doing a look like how I have today, where it's literally just the color. I didn't try to like blend it out with another color, right? It's very cutesy, it's very demure, because I've blended the heck out of this eyeshadow. Earlier I spoke about pairing some of the darker blues with browns and warmer color eyeshadows. You would also be doing that with a blending brush. And I would just really say be mindful of the kind of blending brush you're picking up, right? And what the difference is and how they sit will determine how blended your eyeshadow look comes out, right? So like this one where the bristles are a little bit fanned out, this is actually where the money is when it comes to a look that you're not so sure about, versus this smaller one where the bristles are closer together. That's for the girlies that's really sure about what they doing. If you sure, you sure? Yeah, go ahead and use that. Now, if you're trying to go all out, a little glamour, a little dimension, right? You might want to mix them together. There are plenty of times where I've seen looks, and I've probably done it too, where the outside of the lid is maybe a darker blue, and then the inside of the lid is maybe a more baby blue or a silver, metallic-y blue, right? Silver eyeshadows sometimes carry more blue, and you can literally see it. those colors, right? You might want to do a little blendy mix up, little mash up there, and it's gonna be cute, especially if you can rock it with confidence. You can wear anything with confidence, period, but if you got a little strategy about it, you can be all right. Now, speaking of demure, okay, now if you're, you know, done doing your eyeshadow look and it's bold and it's brave, or maybe you did go with a little bit more of a demure look, but it is blue eyeshadow at the end of the day, you might not want to be like me, wearing a bright like pinky brown, wearing a bright like reddish pink lip, glossy lip. I'm doing a lot here, okay? I'm doing a lot here because I don't care, okay? Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me, boo? You might not want to do all this, all right? So maybe you're thinking of more clear look, maybe a gloss, like a clear gloss. Maybe it has a little color in it. Maybe we want to go with a more neutral lip, browns. Maybe you're one of those girlies who's like the 90s style lip where it's a little lighter in the middle. You know, think about colors that we don't think of as being colorful. Dial it down when it comes to the lip, and you'll have a lot of balance, I promise. But if you're like me, okay, reds, pinks, maybe a blue too, maybe you want to do a monochrome look, period. Don't be afraid to try it. I would say don't be afraid to try it. Like I said earlier, I love blue eyeshadow, and I really wish I could see more of the girlies wearing it on a regular basis. But I also get that it can be like a little bit intimidating, and I think that it shouldn't be. Like, it's fun. Like, makeup is fun, color is fun, fantastic, self-expression. Let's get into it. Let's try it. Let's do the things. Life is too short to be boring all the time. If you end up trying any of the combinations I laid out today, please let me know. If you have a combination that you really like, ooh, share with the girlies. Down below, share with the girlies. Let's get into it. Good, bad, indifferent. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.